Well, hey there, welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show that is dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back at my series, which is my favorite albums from 1975. This is day 13, February the 13th, album number 13. So we're talking today about this album, Gentle Giant. Get it up close so you can see. Freehand. There you go. Looks like Thing from Addams Family. Anyways, fantastic album. Currently in my playlist, Acquiring the Taste. Finally, I pulled it almost a year after it was on there, and this one's been in there. Really good album. It's been in there for a while, though. I think it's, I want to say it's been at least 3 months that I've been listening to this. This album is actually the one that they did the concert that I reviewed on the air here for my live show that I used to have on Fridays. So this was pretty much the album. They played most of this album on that concert, so I was familiar with it by the time I got into my thing. This is a really great album, you know. All of their albums, I'm absorbing them much quicker because my mind is in the right set for them now. I think this is kind of the darling of the prog world right now. Not this particular album, but the group as a general. A lot of people are really liking these guys. I guess it's kind of unfortunate for them that it didn't happen 40 years ago when they needed to be big then. But to be honest, I'm glad they never became a big band or a commercial success in some ways, because that usually means the music changes. And this music is outstanding. There's nothing more can be said about their music. It's just outstanding. So anyways, before we get too far into this, this was released on August the 22nd, 1975. It was recorded at Advision in London. It's about 38 minutes long, almost 39. It's on Chrysalises in the UK. And of course produced by Gentle Giant themselves. So I'm just going to move down a bit. Okay, so there are 7 tracks on this, and in this particular version of it there's a live track added to it, which I like quite a bit. Yeah, so what can I say about this? First of all, maybe I should say something about the people playing on the album. That would be probably a good thing to do, so I'm just going to move this up a little. So there are 5 musicians on this album, all of them spectacular in my opinion. Gary Green, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, and t.n.t recorder. And he does co-lead vocals on a couple songs as well, on one song anyways, as I think they all do. I think they all do on one particular track. Anyways, next up, Kerry Minier. The list of what Kerry Minier is going to be a few seconds. Piano, Hammond organ, clavet, net, I got it. Mini Moog, synthesizers, harpsichord, electric piano, a couple different types of electric piano, basically what I'm looking at. Celestra, glockenspiel, of course, the vibraphone and the vibrosizer, marimba, timpani, harp, cello, tenor recorder. He also does lead vocals on a couple of tracks. So yeah, very active guy. Derek Shulman, lead vocals, treble recorder, and also some saxophone as well. Ray Shulman, bass, electric violin, viola, and co-lead vocals on that track as well. Ray Shulman, oh, I did him already, didn't I? Yep, sorry. John Weathers, drums, tambourine, bass drum, tom-tom drums, of course, snare drum, triangle, cymbal, woodblock, cowbell, frame drums, percussion. Yeah, it does it all. So they play a lot of instruments, these guys. They're one of the most multi-instrumental bands there is. Okay, so there are basically 7 tracks on this album. No bad ones. First of all, I want to make that clear. No bad album, no bad tracks on this. The first song, which is not showing here, sorry. Just the Same, that is a great track. Probably my favorite track on the album. So good. Derek Shulman doing lead vocals on this. Lots of really catchy riffs and really catchy instrumentation on that song. Fantastic. The second, I'm going to put my glasses on here. The second song is On Reflection. That is a kind of a cappella type song. Good harmonies, but lots of a cappella on this particular track. When you have like just about everybody singing on it, I think Derek and Ray Shulman, as well as Kerry Meniere and Gary Green. I'm wondering, does the drummer also sing on that? I don't recall seeing that in his. I just want to see. Bear with me 1 second. No, actually, he's the only one that's not doing any vocals on this particular track, the a cappella. Each of them doing their own particular part. Free Hands, the next one up. Fantastic tune. Really strong instrumentation here. Lots of really good stuff on this particular track. Time to Kill. So now that's the side one. Side one is like awesome on this album. Side two really good as well. Time to Kill. This is Derek Shulman and Kerry Meniere singing parts. Then you have His Last Voyage with Kerry Meniere on vocals. Then I think I spell it a bit different here. Yeah, Telebont, which is done, which is an instrumental, really well, tastefully done songs. And then Mobile with Derek Shulman on vocals. And then they have a live one on my particular album here, one live track. Some of the other releases that came out later also had some other recordings on it. Basically, Mobile, which is the final song, really good song. All of the stuff on here is fantastic. If you like lots of keyboards and lots of intricate musicianship with lots of tastefully done kind of melodies, like they're a pretty good harmonic band. They remind me a little bit of Yes in that sense, where they're doing a lot of a cappella type vocal type things here. So really tastefully done. Just like if you like that kind of thing, this is the band for you. And like I said, these guys are probably kind of the darling of the prog world now. A lot of people are discovering how really good these guys are now. Just unfortunate that they never were really completely successful commercial wise as a band in the 70s and 80s. And rightly so, they weren't commercial. They were very uncommercial, very hard depth. This type of music requires patience and time and listening to it and acquiring a taste for it. No puns intended, but it requires some time and thought. The average person can't be bothered with that. If it's not catchy right away, they're moving on to something else. But we as prog people know that the really good albums require a lot of really solid listening to, and to hear all the different things. Like there's probably 60 instruments on this. You're not going to get that in most bands. Anyways, Gentle Giant's Free Hand is the album for today on this, my 13th day of this series. And I really like it. It's moved up already, only after 3 months. It's already in the top. Well, it's coming in at number 13 already. Give it, if I started this another month from now, it might be in the top 10. There's a few albums ahead of it that I could see it really moving ahead of. Just so good of an album, fantastic. I love it. And as I'm loving a lot of their stuff, this one here I'm really getting into now. So anyways, I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. Make your comments. What do you think of this album? What things on this album do you like? Is there something I didn't bring up that you think bears bringing up? I'm all ears when it comes to Gentle Giant. Fantastic group. So anyways, I hope you have a good evening, and this will come out in the morning. So good night.